Okay, hello everyone. I'm your host, Omaima Mushraf, from the QA Tech Talks co-organizer and events coordinator. I'm extremely happy and honored to be here today with the opportunity to host you and present our speaker, Mr. Deepak Rai, a technology expert with 7+ years of experience as a senior QA engineer, manual and automation, and over 3 years of experience as a test lead. We are very honored to have you, sir. You're here, I believe, for the second time. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully the session goes well again. I'm sure last time it went well, so I hope I could do my best as a host. And for our lovely viewers, thank you very much for joining. We have a good number today. And yeah, so we're gonna begin real soon. And I just wanted to let you know that we want this to be as interactive as possible. So if you guys have any questions, please, or comments, please feel free to leave them in the chat box. And yeah, as your host, I'll be looking at them and passing them on to our speaker if they're meant for him to answer. If not, our team will handle your inquiries. So yeah, I'm just going to pass the mic on to our speaker.
Thank you, Ashraf. So, hi,
Yep.
this is Deepak here. So, this is our first session. Hope anyone missed that. If anyone is missing on the first session, which I delivered the content on introduction of robot framework, how you're dealing, what is the stats, please watch that as well. I will ask my host to share the link with you so that it will be easy for you for uh, beginning the sessions. So in this session, we will discuss about environment setup and test cases. So let me introduce again myself. So I'm the Deepak Rai and the founder of RaiGurukul.com, where the technical contents are delivered over there. I'm running a YouTube channel as well. And as I said, thanks for the detailed introduction, Chef. So I'm working from last 8+ year in the IT industry as a manual and test leading content. So without wasting time, let's understand today's agenda, what we will cover here. So I will give you the complete environment setup, and post that will create two test cases and run it. And post that if you have any doubts or questions, you can ask from them. So let's begin with practical content. Yes, so this is our terminal, but I will show you from the beginning where you can begin and what all components are required for installing this packages and complete setup. So here you have to go to python.org where you'll get Python libraries. Sorry. From here you will get 2.7 or 27 version or 3.9 version where you can download. After downloading that, you have to install it and save the path, the location part wherever it is installed. Post that. Post installing this, we will need three other components. One on right, which is the framework which we are using for robot framework. This looks like that where you can create your test cases or test script according to your need. Before that, we will need WX Python, which needs to be installed with a terminal where our script is saved or Python script is saved. So right now, this is my location where I install my Python. So I installed Python 27. So I will also recommend for you, don't go or don't select the Python version higher than 3.8 because Write framework is not suitable for the highest version because of some of the issue which is already available in python.org website. So better to use lower version than 3.8. You can start with 2.7 to 3.8. There is a no issue till 3.8. But if you are using more than 3.8 version, you will find some of the difficulties. So let me open this terminal from here. While opening the terminal for installation and a complete setup, make sure to open directly with system administrator permission. Otherwise, some of the packages will miss to install it. So right click on this, run as the administrator, provide the path wherever your system is here. So right now I am in this path, but I want to go to Python path here. Copy this path and paste it to cd inside this. Now you are inside the Python script folder. So here we will install three components. One, write robot framework, and third, wx Python. So let's begin with sequentially, otherwise it will have some issue. First go with pip install robot framework. Type this command. Because I have already installed the complete setups, because of that it's showing a requirement already satisfied. So whenever you install this by using this command, it will take around 1 or 2 minutes, and the complete setup guide is available here. So next we will install the second part, that is pip install for you and wx Python. This is also installed in my system, so it will show same message. But for you, if it is first time, it will take another 3 to 4 minutes for installing the wx Python. So just click on enter, and it will begin installation. This is also installed in my system. Third is we need to install write framework. Let's wait for the completion. So these are the dependency we have with the robot framework. One will require for their ID. Second, to integrate or take the packages from the robot framework. And third is our Python library. So it's mandate to be install your Python content so that it will get PIP. So PIP is the major component. By using this, we are running RIDE as well as a robot framework or WX Python. Each and everything is captured from the PIP library. So let's wait for the completion. Then we'll do that for the robot framework RIDE. Because taking time for gathering the information, so better we can move further. Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, now it's done. So next we'll do that for the write. So pip install write install robot framework hyphen write. So this is a command. I don't want to execute it because it will take another time. So by using this command, if I will fire it, it will again take 1 or 2 minutes. Let's do that. No issue. Yeah, it's already there. Then again there is a same error message for me. But for the new beginners who wants to install it from the beginning, they will not get this type of error. It will take, right, framework is basically taking around 7 to 8 minutes. So wait until the installation is completed. Third, let's check if each and everything is available in our system or not. So first check the Python version. For checking Python version, you have to write Python hyphen version. You will get the Python version. Right now in my system installed 2.7. So for you, definitely it will be a different if you install the higher version or the upper version of Python. Then PIP, if you want to check the PIP version, PIP version is also available with this command. It's 19.2, but the higher version is 20.0.3. So that is also comfortable with the right framework. So there is a no issue for installation of 20.0.3. Whenever you are using the higher version of Python, better to be recommended you can use 20.0.3. So this is the PIP version. Next, we'll check for the robot. This is a cross check functionality. Otherwise, when you will start executing the test cases or creating the test cases, it would be a difficult when you are running. You will not found the exact issue. What is it? Because of your environment you are getting the error, or is it because of your test cases or test script? So robot version, I think someone is pinging. Am I audible, or it's an issue with everyone?
No, you are audible.
So might be a issue from the Monali. Next, so post that we'll check the other write components which is available in our system. So you can see robot framework 3.2.2 is installed here. uh, PIP freeze. If you will fire this command, you will get each and every library which is available in my system. That is NumPy, Pillow, and Pigments. So basically, it is required when you are working organization basis, and you need to install same setup in your colleagues' system or in other environment as well. So basically, you can get the PIP freeze by using PIP freeze command. You can copy paste other dependent libraries. Then you can fire the PIP list. So PIP list is also saying same types of setup with the total or the complete version. Then PIP show is the final step for verifying your robot framework. Yeah, this is a robot framework license which all details will be available here. So now let's move to the right. So whenever we will install the robot framework right IDE, at the time of installation, you might get a pop-up message to create a shortcut. So once you click on yes, there would be a shortcut available on your desktop from where you can easily access it. So let me show you. So this is how it looks. This is the shortcut for your robot right IDE. Then we will need another dependency which is called as a package in terms of running the script or creating the script or test cases inside our robot framework, right? So here we have to install pip install robot framework hyphen selenium library. Basically, this library is required for automating your web-based application or web pages. Uh, you can get XPath or other scripting contained in the XML format. Or so this will capture each and every component of Selenium related UI automation piece library. Once you will hit enter, this will also install it because its installment system is showing requirement already satisfied. Now we are done. We are okay to go ahead with the right framework. So once we launch this, UI will looks like that. And let me drag this one. Yes. Now, so this is our UI, which looks like they can create a project, a new project, open test shoots, open directory, save all. This is how UI look like that. You can create your test cases script and run the test cases from scratch in this content. For launching directly with terminal, you just have to write here write.py. It will launch this UI. Otherwise, if you have created your shortcut on desktop, you can directly double click on that and open it. So there are two ways you can do or open that. I think there is a questions. Yes, definitely you can do the environment variable setup as well for Python, not for other framework. So wherever your Python is installed, you just have to provide the environment variable location in advanced tab, then environment variable path setting. But you can also do that directly with this command prompt terminal. But it's recommended. It's easy to use or set the environment variable on the UI front. For not all components, just for the Python environment variable is required. Yeah. So I was talking about the opening the right framework or right IDE. So once you will click on this path, it will launch the right IDE available on your screen. Otherwise, you can directly click, double click on from your desktop and open it. So let's understand how it works. So this is your main editing stuffs where you can create your library, resources, variables, add different variables. From where you can create your new project, and then further on you can create your test cases. So let's take some example of test cases where we can automate some of the UI cases from the Google page or something like that. So let's take one example of opening this browser and waiting for some time and then closing this browser. So this is our first test case. We will cover it here. As second test case, open this browser, go to text box, search for something, wait for 5 or 7 second or 10 second, and then return back to our main location. So these two test cases I'm going to show you how we can deal it with robot framework. It is very easy, and without doing much additional coding stuff, you can do that by selecting or editing your variables. It will automatically generate your script. So let's see how we'll do that. I will start from beginning since creating the projects. So let's create one uh, test2 project, test2. Here, because we are creating one directory, select the directory part here, rest all is same. You can select your parent directory location as per need, but I've selected different location. You can also set it. So once you click create project 2, it will show the screen for you. Now right click on this and create test suite. Because in test cases, if you will create test cases directly from here, might be you have 700 or 800 plus test cases, and you are dealing with 700 800 plus test cases outside your means inside directly inside the directory, and you are adding your data as well. So it will makes much complex for whenever you are referring for the second time or third time, when you want to search it and edit the components. So it's better to recommend it to create a test suite. You can also create a test suite based on your functionality. So you can make the different directory according to your functionality. Just like take an example of any application or amazon.com, where you will find different menu options available. You have to automate each and every component. So first create for the cart, there is the one test suite. Then for searching or placing order, there is another test suite. Because there are several components are related with that, you have to test each and every by using this type of framework. So it's always to create in a managed manner, so that whenever anyone else who will refer this component, they will find some easy stuff. Otherwise it is making it difficult for you as well for searching each and every component or whatever all the components are available inside directly in your directory. So let's create a test suite here too. Because it's test suite, I'm selected in here file robot and then okay. Now you can see test suites are created. Let's create one test case. So I'm clicking open close browser. So this is my first test case name. Now once we'll create this type of test cases, you can see the how it looks when we are working with the test cases. So this is the page available, but before proceeding with this, we have to map the library, which will take our selector actions, and as well as it will provide us keywords which is available inside that. Otherwise you have to write the code every time, each and for each and every steps you have to write the code. So for importing libraries you have to select install your library. Okay, so before proceeding with this one, I forgot to mention one more thing. Yeah, I'm pinging you the location where you can find out this stuff. Yes. So it's totally dependent on your browser. We will need the browser components as well. Browser driver, because right now we are using Chrome, but if you are bounded to use Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox, that will also work, but you have to find out the drivers for your browser. So right now I'm using Chrome, and if you are also willing to use that, so you can use this link and from there you can download it. But again, there is a one mandatory requirement: you can check it from your version. So if you are using 888.0, but definitely you can go ahead with this, the link I shared with you. Otherwise, based on your browser version, you have to search it. So there is not having a bit difficulty, you directly write it here, Chrome driver, and it's available for 32 as well as 64, both bits. So directly search Chrome driver and click on OK. You will find out this location. Once you click it, it is available with the version. Search for your version and download it. So whatever link I have provided here, so once you'll go inside that, you will directly find out these type of folder structure. So I'm using this one. It is best suitable for me, and it is not going to be captured like 64 or 32 bit. Wherever it is available for, if it is matching directly with your Chrome browser, with this version you can go ahead any of the, because we have Mac Linux, so we have only option for the Windows 32. It will definitely support for you if there is a no differences. And in some of the versions you will find 64 and 32 bit, there are different two folders are created inside that. So if you will find out two versions are created inside this folder, so you can download it according to your system parameters or versions. Otherwise, if you'll find only 32, you can go ahead and download it. It will definitely work. Right now, I'm using the 32 bit, but my system configuration is on 64 bit. So because it's browser and provided by Google itself, so it's certified. So for checking your version, you can go from here and check the version and compare with this. So you just have to download this zip file, unzip it, and directly place this driver inside your Python script folder. I copied here. So this is the additional steps required. Otherwise, when you will run the script, after creating this script, when you will run it, you will not get the required result according to your need. It will throw some errors like Chrome driver is not available, or some settings are mismatched. So next, move to the settings. Yeah. So when you want to import the library, just click on this and go to your folder, uh, Python. Then inside the library, because we have installed Selenium library, click on site packages, and from site packages one will, so you'll click on as or type as, you will get this library available. So click on this and select any of this. Once you click on OK, just remove this. Okay. Now importing of library is done for the project. Same thing, we have to do it for our test suite as well, not for the test cases, only for test suite. Again do the same settings, go to drive, Python, then library, then again go to right site packages, then Selenium library, select, again remove this face. We'll lead till folder. Click on OK. The library are imported. Let's do the variable setting. How the variable will be created. For setting a variable for any particular project, we have to create some variables. Otherwise, for whenever you are working with the simple cases like opening or closing the variable, closing the browser, you can directly import the content or the site location inside your script as well. But it's always recommended to use the variable rather than writing a long length of URL link or domain name. So here, for creating a variable, click on scalar, and inside the dollar sign, you have to create your variable name. So I'm creating here as a variable name URL because I want to call it Google website. HTTPS colon for www.google.com. So this is the value which I'm providing for URL, for my variable name URL. Click on OK. This variable is created. Let's create another variable which will call our browser. So I'm opening the browser Chrome. So now this is also created. Yes. Now this is done. Let's run first case for this, and same thing we have to do it for our test suite as well. So here also URL. Oh no. Yes. This is also done for URL, and create one more that is for calling our browser. Okay. Chrome. Now it's done. Let's do the scripting on test case 1. For creating the script for test case 1, as I said, we are just going to open this browser and wait for some time, and then we'll close it in test case 1. So let's create here open browser. So this is the keywords or inbuilt keywords available inside the Selenium library. Because of that, we are opening or writing this open browser. So if you will not import Selenium library, you will not find it out. So whenever there is a red mark, it means there is an issue. So make sure you should not get any highlighted red color here. If it is in black, definitely you can go ahead and continue with further part or do the scripting. So right now I'm not getting any of the highlighted red mark here. So I'm calling here is my variable, that is dollar URL. So first step is to open the URL, and inside the URL you have to select your browser name as well. So here, now it's done. It means your browser is open. And second stuff, we want to give to wait for some time so that it will capture our screen or it will be visible for the user. Wait until contains. So URL we are giving here as a dollar because we have, sorry, URL. Now till now we are done here. We can also write the close browser activity directly here or select the close browser keywords here. You can also write it down in tear down. In tear down also, when you will write it close down, close browser, it will work same like closing your browser. So close browser will close your activity. When you will jump to your text edit, you will find code is automatically created. So see how it is easy. You have added or imported your libraries, provided your variable descriptions, and then you have added some script. But this is totally on UI front. You have not written anything, but automatically your code will be generated. So that's the sweet part of robot framework. So let's run this script. So I've selected this one. So let's execute this first. So just save it and run it. Now you can see Chrome is open. It will wait for some time and then close it. It's done. See how it is easy. Why it's showing fail. So let's see the report. Then we will understand why it's showing. Test. So you can see the report as well. We'll explain it here. So let's see what is an issue with this framework. Okay, yeah, this keyword is not present. Let me check it. Wait until each contains. Yes. Now run this. Yeah. Now it's passed. So here we made mistake. So this is the keyword which and wait until page contains. So we have added URL here as well, but it is not required because we are directly providing the variable name inside the value. So let's understand the reporting or the generated report. Once I'll click on this, you will find out the green report, which looks very nice and which is very understanding for everyone. If you have more number of test cases, definitely you will get the number of count increasing or decreasing in the order according to your test cases. Once you want to see the complete detailed stuff, you can see it on selecting your test case number or past status or all test case detail. Tag details are available here. You can select your tag suits. So if you have multiple suits, you can select it from here. Search. If you want to search it, you can definitely go ahead and search it. If you want to put the filters like critical, medium, or minor, you can check it. If you have more number of cases, more number of options would be available here. So see how it is easy. If you want to view your logs as well for your field content, you can definitely go ahead and see the logs on your report as well. So all test cases, when I select it, it will generate. So you can see here, this is a HTML report. So if you want to forward with your management team, which is also very much possible and it's allowed to you, you can directly share. So you know, don't need to create or don't need to generate a report manually. So if you can see, log file is also attached here. So if you found any issue, you can directly go inside the log content and check it, what was the issue with your script, why it is failing and something like that. If you have more number of projects, you will get statistics more here. And definitely the progress bar will increase or decrease in red or green color according to your test case status. So see how it is easy for creating a test cases till generating the report. So that's the reason robot framework is most used by the organization for the easy automation. So let's create another test case for searching the menu. Let's create one more test case here. Search.
Deepak, sorry to interrupt. I have a couple of questions.
Yes, please go ahead.
So you have given these keywords, right? Open browser and wait until page contains URL.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are these predefined keywords or do we have to write?
No, it's already predefined. So if you watch the initial content where I have imported this library. This is
Okay,
Selenium. So whenever we have installed this library, these keywords are already defined in this library. At the
okay,
time of installation, I already covered this. Means if you will not install it, the browser component. So whatever you are going to automate, you will not get the browser library available inside this script. So it's always recommended you can install it. Otherwise, you have to definitely write the code for this.
okay. So second one, you have given wait until contains URL, right? For the first
Yeah,
time. But
yeah,
after running the test case has run but given the failure.
yes.
So though the keyword is wrong, it has run the test case. Any reason for that?
No, no. So when I open that execution report over there in the log session, if you can see in the bottom sections, it was showing not having available keywords. So
Yes,
it is directed to the same keywords which is not present, right? So
correct.
it ran so let's open this one. So it ran till here. So once it moves to the second part, that is second keywords, it was throwing in exceptions because that keyword is never present, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
first step is open browser, so that's why it has opened.
yes,
Understood.
so it ran till here, but when it jumps to the second keyword, it found this keywords is not available in the Selenium library. Because of that, it was showing an error.
Okay, wait until page we have given. So any time interval can we mention here?
Yeah,
Or
you can, if you are not mentioning this URL, in the second case, I will cover the sleep mode functionality where you can provide the time interval.
okay, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. So any other question from anyone else? Okay. So if you don't have any question, let's move to the second test case. Yeah. So in second test case, I am going to cover, open the browser. Inside the browser, go to this page and a text bar, write something and wait till some time and then close the browser. Means we are searching something, and once it is done, we will return back to our menu. So close this one. Yes. So whenever you will open any execution report, don't forget to close it when you are running second time. Otherwise, what happen when you are working with the complex project and too many libraries are installed or the project contents are installed, so it will corrupt some of your configuration as well. So better moving, if you want to capture the screenshots, you can directly copy it and save it to the some other location of your first execution, then move to the second run. So let's create the second part. Here again, we are going to open the browser. Okay, open browser, you have to define your variable name. So now here again we have to define our browser name, which browser we are opening. So whenever you are typing the variable name here, because you have created the variable name here as well. So if you are typing and your variable name not turns to green, then definitely there would be an issue. So better check your variable name is populated in green color or not. Okay. So open browser is done. Now we have to check for search option. For searching an option, we need to create two more variable as well, because in the first test case we have added only two variables, but we will need other more variable for capturing the text box and search option or search button. So let's create it. So here we are going to add content or text value. Now for adding the value, just go to Chrome, and inside the Chrome press F12. Here where you will find out the selectors. So select this text box, and so once you select the selector, means here is the hover menu, you can select it and go to your text box. It will highlight your selected selectors XPath component. Right click on that, click on copy and copy XPath. So it will copy the XPath of only text box, not for the other component. So let's add this inside your value. So here you have to write XPath equal to then the complete value which we have copied. Now click on OK. Now this text is added here. Next, move to the second part where we have to create another variable which will have search options. So in search option, create another variable search. Let's select first for the text. Okay, now let's create the second one for search. This we have to again add XPath equal to. Now this is created right now. Let's copy and paste it inside the suit as well. and run a search. Now both the variables are created. Let's move to the script. Here, when we'll open the browser, we just have to open the browser component as well. So that is google.com. So dollar wait until page contains. Again, we have to define our URL only. Then third section, we are going to search for input text. Let's search it for some text. Now I am giving here the static value. You can also do that for any other dynamic content as well, just like adding or searching for different number of value. Like you have to provide your excel path location. It will jump to inside your excel, search it for each and every option and provide the result. That is also possible, but that will take your some of the dynamic content automation here, and it will also require some of the excel libraries. Then click element. Inside this we are going to provide the search. Now we are done for till searching here, and again copy this, wait here. Now in second section, if we want to provide the sleep, and giving here as a 7 seconds, and at the end, if you want to close it your browser, you can simply write close browser. Now it's done. Let's jump to our main script. Here you can see that automatically scripts are generated whatever you have written inside your UI. There's a one additional tags are also available. When you are working with a different number of cases, you want to run it for the one or two test cases. Add tags are basically important when you're working with n number of cases, and at the time of debugging it will help you to debug whatever you are looking for. So let's add this tag 2 for test case 2. Here you can add it 1. So while running you will find out the only, this is the difference I'm showing here. What is the difference of using tags here? So if you want to run only test case 2, select this one and run for 2 only, write the 2 and skip for test case 1, you can check it. But there is a no issue, we will run it for the report, we'll run both the test cases. Now you can see the complete code is generated here, or the script is ready. Let's run it. So let's save it, run the case. This is right now running first case. First is completed, then it moves to second one. You can see Apple is written here, search for, and then back to main page. Again, there is one failure.
think we have to give wait until page contain URL.
Sorry.
In the fifth step, wait until page contain URL.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it. No, let's run it again. Again. Why it is failing? Because when I typed second time, the page contains. I again provided the previous one, but I was looking for
Same
Apple.
URL.
Yeah, so I was looking for Apple because this is I requested it. So if it will again jump to, it will move to the sequential or the in the loop. It will run this one and again search for it and again look for this one. So it was fail. So this is the result I am expecting. So I need to provide the Apple here. Okay, let's finish. Why it is this?
Uh, Hello,
Yes,
Deepak.
yes.
So you can copy the URL after typing the or after searching the Apple, right? So the URL gets changed. The same URL you can copy and paste over there.
Where inside this? Actually, I
You can
did
go
not.
to the Chrome.
Which you are talking about actually?
Yes, you can type or Apple,
Oh, okay,
search for it. Same URL you can copy and paste over there.
it will also work for this one as well because whatever we are defining, if it is available in the search box, this one, so it will show me a result for that. So the error which I received is for something else. Element click intercepted element. Browser. So let me try with this one as well. You mean to say I need to enter the direct value here, right?
Yes.
Let's try this. I think there is an issue with the X path only here, not for the this component.
path of search button. Google search, you are clicking right that X path.
I'm changing both actually, search and text box both.
Deepak, I got two questions.
Yes, please.
First question is like, when you're giving the XPath, why are you not giving the relative XPath?
Right now we are working with the sample steps. So rather than giving, because it will make more complex when we are working with the test cases. So it's always easy if you work with directly with this simple component. But we are having a too much content on your website, so then you can go ahead with the and write the relative XPath as well.
Okay,
Deepak,
okay.
Deepak, see, before that, wait until page content. Can you put some wait, sleep?
Okay, here.
No, no, no. Yeah, after four, after click element.
This
Can you
one.
please add? No, not here. After click element, can you please put one pixel weight? Sleep. Yeah, just insert. Yeah,
Sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, yes, yeah. And one more thing, you are using the version 2.7, 2%, 2 version or 3 version for this, right?
It's two
Uh,
version.
2 version, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3.7 is support, right? 3.7 or 3.8
Yeah, 3.7 and 3.8 both will support, but not
support, right?
3.9. Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. Now please execute. Yeah.
Yeah, Deepak, and my second question was like, why are you declaring the variables in the test project and the test suite as well? So is that any uh, reason like to be declared in the both the places?
There is not having a specific reason, because I have declared here if we are working with the multiple test suits, so it's always needed, you can declare it in both the places, so it will be easy at the time of execution as well. And it will also help you to track it faster. So let's take an example. If inside your test suite you have 50 or 60 cases, so first it, right now at the execution time it's inside the test suite 2, but it will go to the test project, search for it, and then, but for the complete configuration it will always require to have the variable side inside your project and set test suite both the places.
Okay, but like, is there anything like a kind of a global variable declaration so it will directly take it from there?
Yes, we can
Because
also do that.
okay, because doing this kind, I think like I felt it is a little time consuming. Say for example, if a test suite contains like a 50 variables, then you can't declare 50 in
Yeah,
the each project and here, right?
for global variable you can directly add it from here, because
Okay, in
it's
the
the
test
initial,
project.
yeah, because it's the initial sessions, so I have directly declared it from both the places, which,
Okay, okay, got you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
it's having some issue with element interface. I think.
Can you check your XPath, Deepak? Because I felt like when you copied, you might have missed something or
Same thing actually I'm looking for. So first do that for the test. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's success now.
Yes. So I think at the time of copying the XPath, we made some mistake. Because of that, it was showing here. And after the execution, if you if you recollect it, why it was taking time or after searching the component, because of we have added sleep of 5 seconds here. So because of that, it was waited around 5 seconds, and then browser closed it. So if you want to open your report, so you will get a better report, because we have two test cases and you can find out the complete detail. So for closed browser, we have provided tag 1, and for search test case, we have provided tag 2. So it's sequential process, it will execute it. But when you are working with the n number of cases and you want to run for the few of the cases, just have to write which case you want to write it. If you want to run the multiple cases, just type here 2 3 comma 4, something like that. So it will run whatever you mention it here, but don't forget to check this one.
So in the report, like why the tag 2 was not mentioned?
Tag 2, I think, yeah, one added here. So right now in the test case 1, we have added tag 1 only, you can see here. But at the time of editing, you can see tag 2 is not here.
Okay, okay, thanks. And is this report customizable, Deepak, or like is this the built-in one report?
No, you can customize it according to your need, but that will again require some setting changes to be done.
Okay, thank you.
So that's all about today's sessions. If you have any other question, we will proceed
But how to
otherwise.
run the same test case multiple times?
Sorry,
How to run the same test case multiple times?
same test case. Either you can select for the right, either you can select for this one and add the loop here inside this, or skip case. So if you want to run test case 1, just have to select that test case or deselect others, so you can run it for the same case again and again.
No, no. I mean to say some. Suppose I want to run only one test case without selecting for 10 times.
Yeah. So another activity is also available if you want to run it inside the loop. So you have to run that case inside the loop in Selenium library. The loop keywords is available inside this. So you have to add here.
Okay. Okay.
But if you have a number of cases and you want to select or deselect any of the case and run it, so whatever case you have selected from here, that only will run it, and no other, whatever selected unselected content will not run it, and that will also not generate in your test report as well. For any types of log, you can see it from here, directly clicking on the particular project and log.
Deepak, last question, like where can we find this recording session?
I think for this you can connect with the host. They can upload it.
Yes, I'll be placing the link. I'll be placing the link in the chat box for you guys to head over to our channel. The video will be posted there, hopefully.
Deepak,
Yes, please.
last final question: is it required to learn Python to use in this robot framework?
Not really, but basic knowledge of Python is definitely required.
Yeah, because we need to get the data from the Excel sheet only
Yes,
for that
yes,
purpose only. And
yeah,
also, when you are running on, when you are using on Chrome driver, we need to kill the session using a Python, that
yes,
some
yes,
voice
yes.
dot something Excel.
Yeah, so basic
Then
and yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, yeah. But why people are asking more on curious on Python only in interview? Because I've been working in robot framework almost more than 2 years.
Okay.
But people, when I go for interview, I don't have much knowledge on Python. Okay, still
Yeah.
People are more interested on asking more questions on Python. Is it really not required? Isn't it?
No, it's not really required. I cannot say that, but basic knowledge of Python is definitely needed for any type of automation framework. See, if I have the owner of any automation script, I have created 400, 500 cases automated by myself, and I had handed it over to you for editing purpose. So, if you don't know about the basics of that, how will edit it, right? And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah, so the question or the answer of your questions, why they are asking more questions on Python, but because some, all the organization is not using a same time of framework or a robot framework. There might be they are looking for the candidates who are having good knowledge of Python, because they can switch it in other framework as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but we did much used in Python language, but we used Excel for getting the data, and for that purpose only we used mainly Python language.
Okay, but
Okay.
definitely basic knowledge will have or give you a more weightage on your profile or at the time of interview.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Thank you.
So when will be
Okay.
our next session?
Go ahead.
We will definitely post on our channel or on the social media. So keep following the both the channels, so you'll get notified on that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Deepak, for last question, Deepak, this 2.7 version is going to sunset, right? But
Yes,
still,
so you can actually, to be frank, today morning my system got crashed, and when I was trying to upload or update the version of 3.9, I found some of the issue, and later on I realized 3.9 is having some defects are open. If you go to the
correct.
python.org website, some of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
defects are open, so it is not supporting to the right framework. So that's the reason I've installed 2.7, but till 3.8 you can use it. But for running, so whatever I said at the time of installation, I used PIP, but you have to use PIP 3.
Yeah, pip, yeah,
Yeah,
correct. No, this ride is not supporting, right? Even 3.8 also, ride, especially ride, I'm talking.
I used
Ride
3.7. Till 3.7 it is best supported.
for ride, right?
Yes.
Then we have to go for other IDE.
Yes, yes. So till 3.7 you can use the ride, and
Correct.
anyhow you can also use it. Some other IDE is also available.
PyCharm also can
Yeah,
use.
PyCharm is
PyCharm.
a, but the weightage
Yeah,
of PyCharm, if you can say to use the PyCharm, Ride is more lighter version. Uh,
yeah,
at the
correct. Yes.
yeah, so because of that, it's preferred by the organization as well.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Deepak,
Yes, please.
in a test suite folder, test suite 2 that we have created,
Yes.
I mean you have created, that all the variables and test cases all are placed together. Can we segregate it into the different folder?
Yes, you can do it. Means you have to select the test suite too, and create your own different test suite. So at the time of starting, I've already mentioned it. If you have n number of cases, you can create your test suite according to your functionality as well. So let's take an example. If you have five functionality to be automated, you can create
Hmm.
each and every suite for each functionality. So you will get five test suite. Yeah. So
Okay.
for that, better you can go ahead with a global variable. Otherwise, you have to create each and every variable in each of the suites. So it's recommended you can go ahead with the global variable.
Okay. Thank you.
So one session on these global variables, if you provide, it will be helpful.
Yeah, definitely we'll create one more session as well here. So for global variable, there is a one package is required. Post that once you will import it from here, you have to provide your arguments, and after providing the arguments, it will work for all the suites. Basically, this is a loop. So we have to install that global variable activity here. Means there's the one package is required from the Selenium side.
Okay. So these global variables will be under test project, right? Not in the test suite.
Yes. So you can means if you want to create the global, So whatever variables are global, you can create under test suite, under test project. But if you have local variable, you can create directly inside your test suite.
Yes. Okay, got it.
So what is the package name, Deepak? Sorry, I missed it.
Uh, Actually, one second. It's a work package. Actually, what we call it. Actually, it's available on the robot framework site. I did not recall the name, to be frank. So
Sorry, Deepak, what is the package name? What are you looking for?
for the global variable, actually, it's a built-in, but we have to do the setting for the calling the variable.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Global web.
On
It will
this
be in
page,
the
you can find out
it
the
will be in
complete
the
data.
strings keywords.
Yes, yes. So it's an extended variable syntax. We have to define it, but definitely we need to provide the location and path for this. So I ping you in the chat. Its complete detail is available here.
Okay, sure.
So actually, this is the best forum for the referring the robot framework and all. On the robot framework user guide section, you can find out each and every detail in depth for creating test cases, tasks, and suits and libraries. Each and every details are available in this forum. So not only for the variables, you can begin with this, and for the basic components as well. If even for the installation instruction, if you're struggling with any of the issue which we have installed today, you can find it out in the complete description page. The basic challenges when, because in robot framework we have multiple applications are available, or multiple packages are required. So it definitely occurring some of, because we are directly installing from the forum or from the different forums. So just I said, on 3.9 it's not supporting with the right, because of they have some open defects which is also available in the python.org website. So if you are struggling with any of the issue, you can directly find it out solution from this page.
Hello, Deepak.
Yes,
How can we run failed test cases only?
sorry.
How we can run only the failed test cases?
Yeah, so whatever test cases you your failed test cases are, you can select from test suite. Just like if my test case one is failed and two was passed, so I just have to select the test case one and run it. So, okay, if you don't have any question, we can wrap up for closing the container.
Deepak,
Yes, please.
if test cases are more in number,
Yes.
then we have to select one by one only
No, you
every
can
test.
otherwise, as I said, you can mention directly from here as well. So, like if you have n number of cases, like you can write the content here, or you have to select it. These are the two options. Otherwise, you can also declare the variable, just like if you are doing for the sanity and you want to run it for sanity purpose. So, uh, by using some keywords, you can define it uh, by adding some variables. So if you want only run for the sanity or for the irrigation or for some of the low end case or higher end case, so you have to create one variables or create one keyword. Based on your keyword, you can run it directly. So you don't need to select each one by one, which is more easy and preferable actually when you're working with a number of cases.
Deepak, I think they are tags, right? Whether you can
Yes,
say
yes.
functional or
Yeah, so
sanity
I
or
was talking about the same. So if you will create some tags and run it, so that's I mentioned a keyword. Sorry for that. It's a tag. So when you will create the tag for the sanity or regression, these type of tags, you can run it. So you don't need to execute all the cases at all the times.
Hello.
We have one. We have a question, and it's on whether it is possible to automate Windows-based application using Robot Framework.
Yes, definitely it was possible.
If anyone has got any more questions, please feel free to go ahead and ask before we go to the quiz.
Can we get the link for the one, Deepak, which you were showing for the global variables?
Yes, I pinged you actually. First one, this one. And this is for the installation instructions.
Sorry, Deepak, I'm not able to see that in chat.
Let me ping you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Actually, by mistake it was selected for one person. Yeah, now the
Okay,
video for
thank you.
everyone. And the second one for installation. This one. Okay. If you don't have any question, let's move for the closing part. So over to you.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so let's go ahead with the quiz, everyone. I'll place the link and code once again.